Okay, here we are back in Legend Heroes Trails from Zero. So going from the bus stop southwest, you'll reach the area where the bubbly scissors are. I was thinking about trying to fish off camera, but I'm not going to worry about that until later on. It may not necessarily be this video either, because we're at the point where we should be able to... Well, we're just short of the point where we're able to fish everything. So right there's the annoying bubbly scissors. And I think we can take it without any preparation. We'll just fight a little dirty if we have to. Because the hypnosis is the thing you have to worry about with this sucker. Really weak to wind. Huge crustacean that fights by swimming bubbles, causing various status abnormalities. So it can be frozen. Can't see what's underneath the frost thing, but it looks... Okay, so yeah, that one is... Anyway, we know it can be frozen, it can be set on fire, it can be delayed. I don't know what the... Oh, the blind darkness. Well, in that case, watch the birdie. I think a medium heal would suffice. Seriously? So sadly we only have the 3. I don't know what would be stronger, but we can hit them both with the aerial. That should seal its fate. Drops Bewitch. It's gonna be kind of a little too close, I think. So anyway, not that difficult. So yeah, I'm not going to bother with fishing on camera, but we can go over here, take the bus back. I don't like how close that monster is to the road. Excuse us, but we're with the Crosswell Police Department. Would this be the Business Owners Association's tent? We're here to follow up on a support request. You've arrived. Now this is a surprise. I wasn't expecting you to be the one to come to our aid. Good surprise, I hope. Your request just happened to find its way to us. It's nice to see you again, Chairman Moores. Are these your friends, sir? Well, once upon a time, this young man sat across from me on a train. Yeah, that was actually the day I started working on the force. Yes, it was, wasn't it? At any rate, I've interacted with these fine folks a few times since. We have a bit of a difficult situation on our hands. Please forgive me for adding more to your plate, Triple S, but we need your help. You can count on us, sir. Let's see, I believe the request mentioned something about a recent theft. Yeah, wasn't there a bunch of them? Yes, it's as you say. There have been 4 different reports of theft since yesterday. Every last one of the stalls was robbed clean. The Business Owners Association manages all the stalls being run during the festival, so we hear every report that comes in. After poring over all of them, I've determined that only food stalls are being targeted. We don't have any clues to go off of, so the best thing we can do is warn the other stalls. That's unfortunate. The vendors already have enough to worry about during the festival. I hope you are worried about this damage becoming more widespread. Yes, that's why I've called you all here. It's my duty to ensure the thief is caught before they can cause any more damage. Not to mention all this turmoil will no doubt affect the customers who have come to enjoy the festival if it continues. Will you please apprehend the thief for us? Understood, it's a serious predicament. We'll begin investigating immediately. Thank goodness, I already feel a little relieved. I'm counting on all of you. Rest assured, my man, you're in good hands. So, Lloyd, any plans on how to tackle this? We don't have much to go off of here. You're right, we don't know nearly enough to try to analyze this situation yet. Excuse me, do you mind telling us which stalls were targeted? I'd like to speak with the owners. We'll be able to get more information from them before we proceed. I see, makes sense to me. I've recorded the names down here. May I read them to you? Please. First is Nardle's Burgers in Central Square, followed by Chroma's Juice Stand in the Administrative District. Next we have Pallet Pizza in the Entertainment District, and Mithra's Gelato here in the Harbor District. Were you able to get all that? Okay, 4 stalls in total, and they're all in different districts. No clues are left despite there being 4 victims. Let's see what we can dig up from the owners. Will you be here on standby? We'll return after we made our rounds. Oh yeah, let me give you my contact information. Don't hesitate to call us if there's any new developments. We don't know when the thief will strike again, so communication is key. Understood, we'll wait here for you. We're counting on you, everyone. Excuse me, can we ask you a few questions? We're investigating the recent string of thefts in the area. Yeah, I've heard about it. If that conniving little thief touches my noodles, the gloves are off. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. While we're on the subject, can you tell us what the thief looked like? What they looked like? Nope, I haven't got a clue. It'd be near impossible to pick anyone out of these crowds. I know what you mean. Well, regardless, thank you for your time. Mithra's Gelato, huh? A gorgeous girl like her's got my heart melting already. I'm just trying to think back to that. Yeah, that could be okay. Save the flirting for another time, Randy. We're here for a reason. Let's see what we can find out. Excuse us, ma'am. We're here with the CPD. May we have a moment to ask you about what happened? Of course. You're talking about the theft, right? He managed to pull a fast one on me while I was serving a customer. He struck you while you were busy, then? Yeah, I had my hands full serving this laid-back tourist guy that was trying his hardest to hit on me. While I was worrying off his persistent advances, I thought I sensed someone sneaking around behind me. But it was a little too late. By the time I turned around, the register had already been emptied. I suppose you wouldn't know anything about the thief in that case. Afraid not. I can't believe I let him slip through right under my nose. Excuse me, could we ask you a few questions? We're investigating the recent string of thefts in the area. Oh yeah, that. Honestly, I'm not too worried over it. My sister and I work at the stall together, so the thief would have to get through both of us. Now, if I was just here by myself, then I'd be concerned. You really can't watch your own back, after all. Do you happen to recall anyone acting suspiciously around here? Actually, now that you mention it, I saw some hooligans in red tracksuits come here a little while ago. Never seen those guys before, so they kind of put me on edge. No, those aren't the guys we're looking for. I do not believe those delinquents would resort to stealing. Regardless, don't hesitate to report any issues that they may cause. Sure, we'll do. So, that concludes that one. This way. Welcome to Chroma's Juice Stand. Feeling thirsty? Wasn't this the stand that was robbed? Excuse me, would you mind giving us an account of how the robbery went down in detail, please? Sure, I guess. It all happened when I let my guard down for a second. My poor sales. Do you recall what the suspect looked like? Not really. I was really busy, so I wasn't able to get a good look at everyone. But there was this slim, carefree younger guy. From the looks of it, he was a foreign tourist. He was hitting on me the entire time. Then as I was in the middle of rejecting him, I heard some sounds behind me and turned to look. And the thief must use the opportunity to make their move. I think so, darn it, I was being so careful too. Our thief is a crafty one. You guys look pretty suspicious, you know that, right? I'll put you out of here so fast if I catch you messing with the stall. Let's try talking to Derek then. Excuse me, may I borrow a moment of your time? We're currently investigating a chain of thefts in the area. I'm not too worried about it. I don't think anyone's stupid enough to commit a crime right here in front of CPD headquarters. Okay, maybe I'm a little nervous actually. I heard one of the cells nearby got targeted by the thief. I think it's safe to say that he's on high alert. Doesn't seem that he knows anything about the culprit, so maybe we should just leave him be. So there's only 2 here. Excuse me, can we ask you a quick question? We're investigating the recent string of thefts around the city. Yeah, I heard about the pizzeria over there was one of the victims. Someone like me would never make an amateur mistake like that. Did you get a glimpse of the culprit by any chance? I don't believe so. Although based on my cunning intuition, I have my suspicions that they'll be committing a 3rd crime pretty soon. I'd be willing to bet our culprit is looking for his next victim right about now. Seriously? A slight correction. 4 cases of theft have been reported, so the next victim will be the 5th. Shouldn't have told her, Tio. Right, Pallet Pizza is one of the stalls that was robbed. Excuse me, sir, do you have a minute to talk? We're investigating the recent string of thefts. That mess, huh? What a day it's been. I got so caught up in dealing with a customer that I let my guard down. Wait, dealing with a customer? Yeah, it was this chatty guy that was hellbent on ordering a tropical pizza. Judging by my past experience with customers, I'm willing to bet he was a tourist. Anyway, I got the pizza all nice and packed up, and right in the middle of handing it over, I heard this commotion coming from somewhere behind me. Now I'm positive of the sound of the register being wrenched open. Damn it, how could this happen to me? I'm sorry for what you're going through. Thank you for cooperating in our investigation. So now there's more in Central. Is there 2 or 3 here? Excuse me, but mind if I ask you a few questions? We're conducting an investigation on the recent thefts, you see. Oh, that? Someone from the Business Owner Association came by earlier to tell me to keep an eye out for anyone shady. They already hit one of the square stalls. So, any ideas? See the thief running around or anything like that? I'm sorry, I can't say I have. I've been getting a lot of customers, so I can't spare the energy to look at what's happening in other stands. I understand. Now that you mention, you are right in front of Times and near the back alley. Yep. You're also forgetting that the administrative district is right down there. Most of our customers today came in the city to watch the parade. You certainly seem busy. Yeah, there's 3. Excuse me, but mind if I ask you a few questions? We're conducting an investigation on the recent thefts, you see. You're talking about the stalls that have been robbed all across the city. Well, I don't think our stall has anything to worry about. I mean, I'm right in the middle of Central Square with this many people walking around and I'm practically untouchable. I do not believe many of the tourists are aware of the cases or keeping an eye out. On the contrary, the likelihood of our thief using the crowd to avoid detection is quite high. Please, everything is fine. I can take care of myself just fine. She's helpless. Boasting about how untouchable you are is practically inviting misfortune. Nardle's Burgers. This is one of the food stalls that was robbed. Excuse me, do you have a moment? We're conducting an investigation on the recent thefts. Are you those police officers the guy from the Business Owners Association told me about? I'm sure you know, my stall was hit just this morning. Our condolences. Please, try to recall what occurred at the time of the incident. Oh well. The problem with that is that I don't exactly know when I was robbed. What do you mean by that? Well, it might have been when I was busy chatting away with this talkative young man. I think he was an eager tourist who came to enjoy the festival anyway. He was quite the chatterbox. When I finally got him his order, I swear I heard some rustling from behind me. I quickly looked behind me, but there was no one there. Then after a while I opened up my register and lo and behold, all my mirror was gone. I see, so it's possible that your mirror was stolen in that moment. It's the only thing I can think of. I have no idea otherwise. That definitely sounds odd. Should we wrap up our questioning here? We should be good. Let's head back and shuffle through all the info. So, you want to make sure you talk to everyone, and I do mean everyone. I'm here to look after the tent. If you need any help, just leave it to me. You're back already. Were you able to find anything? Yeah, we actually managed to gather a lot of information. Why don't we sort through it now? Good idea. Take it away, Lloyd. Alright, let's try to piece it together. Let's start by going over everything we've learned thus far. Based on what we heard from the stall owners, the thief was able to steal from them by... well, he would pretend to be a customer, or... well, he wasn't really pretending. He did buy stuff legitimately, I believe, so... Pretty sure they all said they were hit while they were in the middle of dealing with some customers. Committing the crime while the owners were busy serving to customers to avoid detection. A crafty method, I must say. Yeah, it doesn't matter how cautious you are if you're too busy to notice. Right, I'd heard the same. Does their cowardice know no bounds? Let's not forget our thieving friend managed to hit up 4 of them in a row. I bet they're off gloating to all their buddies about the big heist right about now. Perhaps, but don't crimes like these normally follow a pattern? Judging from what I've heard, I think I might have an idea of what it is. Now that we piece together all the information, it's clear the criminal's motive was... well... we don't really have anything to go off of any of these. I mean... I get the feeling the thief is doing it for their own enjoyment. Committing a series of crimes in rapid succession leads me to believe that they were not motivated by a lack of mira. Rather, I believe they were seeking thrills and getting enjoyment out of stealing. It's utterly ridiculous that someone would commit so many thefts for a reason like that. What kind of criminal is responsible for this tomfoolery? I think I have an idea of what the criminal might be like. The criminal is... well, it has to be a duo because one distracts and the other one picks. I'm fairly certain it's a pair of younger thieves. How do you figure there weren't any witnesses? Think about it for a second. Each stall was robbed in the middle of serving a customer. Didn't the description of the customer they served sound eerily similar to one another? From the stalls in the administrative and harbor districts, both described him as a carefree sort of flirt. Meanwhile, the stalls in Central Square and the entertainment district described him as a very chatty, energetic kind of guy. Those were the only profiles recounted by the stall owners at the moment of the theft. It's far too unlikely to be a coincidence. Yeah, so I'm thinking our criminals are a pair. I think I get what you're saying. Well, one of them garnered the attention of the stall owner, the other one stole the mira. Yeah, it makes sense for you to assume that they were switching off their roles. We absolutely cannot let this continue any farther. Please, find them before they strike again. Exactly what you said. But how are you going to find them? The city is packed with people right now. It's hopeless, isn't it? The best we can do is alert the shopkeepers to stay on guard. I disagree. I think we have enough information on how they operate to devise a countermeasure to stop them from stealing again. Hey guys, where do you think our duo is going to strike next? I think it's safe to exclude any stalls that have already been targeted. Sooner or later, they're going to get caught with their hands in the cookie jar. Then it narrows down to stalls that have yet to be burglarized. The question is which. It's a good thing we interviewed some of the shopkeepers that were unscathed, too. Pretty soon the one that's most likely to be targeted is... so your choice is the really cocky girl who thinks she's invincible. You have the omelet rice stall. This one... I don't really remember this one. Oh, wait, this is Derek's thing when he's on high alert. So you have the entertainment district ice cream stall where you have the seasoned veteran with her back against the wall, so it's kind of hard to get behind her and everything. And then the noodle stall where the guy said if he catches them, he's going to make noodles out of them. I think they may go where the person's going to be more careless. What about the sweet stall in Central Square? That's the one I find most likely too. The administrative district will be filled with officers because of today's parade. The entertainment and harbor districts are relatively open areas compared to Central Square. Considering they need to secure an easily accessible escape route, Central Square is the most logical location. Why would they need an escape route? The shopkeepers that were already stolen from are going to be more aware of their surroundings. Even if we got an experience... so yeah, that's a typo right there. Even if we've got experienced thieves on our hands, they're far more likely to get caught at this point, and they'll need to make a quick getaway if they do. You know, now that you mention it, the burger stall is also located at the intersection between a few of the districts. The sweet stall in Central Square is within proximity of the back alley in the administrative district. That area decidedly has the highest number of escape routes possible, so the thieves are likely to target that stall next. Good thinking, Teotot. So let's come down to this. Let's stake it all on the thieves targeting them next. Triple S travel to the designated district to conduct their stakeout. Looks like he's a bust. This customer's pretty young. Oh. So I misread that. I thought the sweet shop was the invincible girl, but it's actually this one here. Well, we got it right for the wrong reason, apparently. This customer's pretty young. Just looks like you're run-of-the-mill tourist. Hold your horse, Slode. We got another bite. The young man subtly reached his hand into the food stall's register. That's our cue. Go, go, go. Please, freeze. Damn it. Quick, let's scram. Huh? Mademoiselle, Teotot, you're up. You do know this is a dead end, right? Game, set, match. Crap. You're all just a bunch of spineless cops. How do you think you can do to us? Think you can just walk all over us, the Black Emperors? I'm relieved that we were able to retrieve the mirror, but I must say these hooligans aren't quite as rough around the edges as I was expecting. You said it, pal. One punch from the downtown delinquents and they'd be crying like a bunch of pansies. Wow, that quieted them down. Do you think it's possible they really were threatened by them? Who'd ever get scared by guys like that? You making fun of us or something? We'd have no trouble taking them on. We have our answer. I see now. They were made fools of, so they resorted to petty crimes as a means of venting their frustration. So that's what it was. They've disrupted the festival, and for what? Some selfish, self-pitying reason? You hooligans made a big mistake. You'd better be ready to answer for your crimes in full. What's with this old geezer? That glare is giving me the chills. There you are. You're the special support section, right? Sorry we're late. We're here to take away the thieves. Thanks. Sorry for calling you out here during such a busy period. Not a problem. It's our job, after all. Are these two the guys? Yeah, if you would escort them to HQ, please. Right, you can count on us. Move along. Oh, don't push me. Looks like it's case closed. They didn't look like they were from Crossbell, so I figure they won't be in jail for more than 3 days. Crossbell's pretty soft on foreigners, eh? Well, yes, well, the joke's on them. They'll be staying in a jail cell staring at a stone wall while the rest of us are out here enjoying the festival. Not to mention I had a bit of fun striking fear into their hearts. I must say, your charade was spectacular. They were completely fooled. Comes with the experience of being a veteran trader. I'm used to having to put on airs. It's definitely a side of you I've never seen before. I think I put on quite the performance if I do say so myself. Thank you for resolving the issue, everyone. Indeed, we're truly in your debt. Please allow for the Business Owners Association to present you with some utmost gratitude. Oh no, that won't be necessary. We're just glad to have solved the case before any more damage was dealt. You know where to find us if you ever run into any problems. We'll be happy to help. Fine plan indeed. It's comforting to know I'm in good hands. Don't be afraid to reach out to us anytime. Serial Thief complete. Thank you for all your help, Triple S. Now we can go back to enjoying the festival. What a relief. I'm glad to be acquainted with such fine young people. You have my thanks, everyone. Those blasted thieves gave stall owners a ton of grief. I should compensate them or else it won't feel right. You guys caught the thief already? Wow, that was way faster than I expected. That's great news. Heard you managed to catch the thief with no trouble at all. Fantastic news. We can finally relax and enjoy the festival. Thank you, Idios. I heard the thief was caught and thrown behind bars. But you know what they say, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Maybe that'll teach him a lesson about pulling such a stunt. Hey, I heard you guys got the thieves. Nice job, I really appreciate it. Take this, just a little something to show my thanks. Thank you very much. So yes, all the food stalls should have new lines, which is why we have to go do those now. Is it true you were actually able to apprehend the thieves? Thank Adios, I was worried I'd never see my mirror again. I'd like to give you this reward as a token of my gratitude. Thanks a bunch. Really can't thank you enough for your help. I hope I'll be able to serve you as a customer next time. Just got word the thief was caught. Maybe I haven't been given the CPD enough credit. To be honest, it's the first I've ever felt that I could depend on them for anything. Did they always spell his name that way, or was it something different? I don't remember. Who wants to try some Moroccan omelet rice as our specialty? Gotta up the advertising effort and sell more of these bad boys. Ice cream. Get your ice cream. Don't sell for inferior pizza. Come try the ice cream. Where do you guys manage to catch those damn thieves? Better show my appreciation then. Take this with you. It's very kind of you, thank you. It's the least I can do, esteemed officers. Go on and eat. Oh, aren't you those police officers that helped me out earlier? I dodged a bullet thanks to you. It's a close call, that's for sure. We saw through their every move. Take this, sweetie. You can call it a little token of my appreciation. Thank you very much. Police officers do have to do their best while working the same as me. People are saying the thief was caught. Good, what goes around comes around. If you want Mira that much, just open up your own stall or something. You're with the CPD, right? I heard the story. The thieves have been arrested already? Impressive, now I can keep my shop open and not have to worry about anything. Please, if you like, have this as my thanks. Thank you, we'll use it well. No, I should be the one thanking you for catching that criminal. But there you have it. So we get a bunch of freebies for doing that quest, as well as what we get out of the computer here. So 8 is the full amount there, I believe, and Gladiator Belt. Well, just to double check. Yep. So the Gladiator Belt is basically passive CP recovery. You get it every single turn, regardless of whose turn it is. And you definitely want to stick it on the person who can spam delay moves, in this case Randy. I went the wrong way, I have to go east. Now for the part of our patrol that we kind of avoided. It's the second to last day of the festival, so I thought I'd give myself a little break this morning. Maybe I should take the truck for a spin. It's crazy how different the culture in Amorca is compared to the city, and here I thought I was going to see all sorts of high-tech ordnance. Yeah, that's a repeat. I think that's a repeat. Thinking of buying these as souvenirs for my family back in the Republic. Would you mind wrapping 3 of them for me? It'd be my pleasure to. If you head over to the counter, I'll get everything ready. That's the best our business has done in years. We didn't even come close to getting this much action during last year's festival. You must be lucky. I kept hearing so much about our Morka Village's famous apiary yesterday, I couldn't help but start seriously craving some honey. Now, how am I going to get all this home? It looks like it's pretty heavy. Fresh veggies this cheap? That's a repeat. Wonder why the customer went over and talked to Gramps instead of me. I'm the one at the counter, aren't I? Do I not look reliable or something? So the anniversary festival ends tomorrow? Barely had time to blink. I guess there's always next year. My brother kept saying he wanted to see the anniversary festival in the city this year. The festival was really fun for me right here. Got to play a ton with my brother after all. Finished up my work for the day, so I might as well head on down to the old Ash Tree Inn for a few drinks. Figure since it's the anniversary festival, I can go ahead and treat myself a little bit. Wanted to take my kids to the festival, but it didn't work out. Well, I should have more time to rest next year, so I'll work my hardest until then. This year's anniversary festival brought in many more tourists than usual. Derek's plan was a success, but still, I can't say I agree with his goal. Was all this connected to his desire to modernize the village? My husband has been rife with worry, poring over the pros and cons of doing this anniversary festival food stall. Thought everything would be alright this time, but looks like we're going to end up arguing with Derek again. Silly me. It's nice that people can come to visit the village, but all their staring is making me feel like a bug under a magnifying glass. I get that they're curious, but I can hardly concentrate with all those eyes on my back. Thought that was a repeat, so I didn't read it. As in, we spoke to them before we went into the building. A bunch of tourists stopped by yesterday, but I couldn't find any members of the Fisherman's Guild among them. Maybe waiting to be scouted by one of them is the best idea. So the people he's looking for should have been in these rooms. One left. Being here in the village is like a breath of fresh air. I can almost breathe and almost imagine myself tending to the fields while basking in the sun's glow. When I'm old, I want to spend the rest of my days in a relaxing place like this. God, if something ends up happening to my guests, my inn is done for. Please be safe. Excuse us. You're Mr. Gofan, right? We're the Special Support Section. You submitted a support request for this to the CPD, correct? I'm saved. I got an impending disaster on my hands, everyone. If I knew this was going to happen, I would have tied them down while they were still in the village. This is all my fault. Sir, please, try to calm down and explain the situation. What in the world happened? Sorry about that, I'm just a little overwhelmed by this whole fiasco. Allow me to start from the beginning. Yesterday, this couple traveling from abroad checked into my inn. Everything was fine at first, but when I came to bring them breakfast in the morning, the room was empty. It was like they were never there. I have reason to believe that they ventured off to the ancient battlefield off of Old Omorica Road. That name rings a bell. I think I mentioned it before. Historians have found traces of a battlefield from the Middle Ages off a branch of Old Omorica Road. If I remember correctly, wasn't the stone bridge connecting the paths too damaged to cross? Well, it was. It seems that was repaired recently, though. Now any random person can wander there all willy-nilly. That couple kept on talking about how they wanted to go sightseeing while they were in Crossbell. Upon hearing that, I warned them about entering the battlefield, but that might have backfired. Some centuries-old battlefield would make for an alluring tourist spot. Is it really that dangerous, though? Absolutely, that place is as famous as the breeding ground for many incredibly powerful monsters. Heck, even the villagers here know it'd be crazy to try to go there. And on top of that, ever since the bridge was repaired, no one's been patrolling the area. That means we can't confirm whether things have gotten better or worse. And those tourists have unsuspectingly wandered into a dangerous place. This is not the optimal situation, certainly. Agreed, we can't take this lightly. Please, I'm begging you, can you find them and bring them back? For now, my friend Alfred is standing guard, making sure no one else enters the ancient battlefield, but at this rate, my guests will be in deep trouble. Understood, sir. You can leave everything to us. I assure you we'll find your tourists. It's not like we can refuse. You know, it'd be a lot easier if tourists would listen when given advice, especially from locals. Nothing to do but track them down and bring them back. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much this means to me in the end. Well then, I leave this in your very Go fun! One of his regulars, maybe? Keith, what's the matter? As you can see, I was in the middle of an important discussion. This is no time for discussion. You know that couple that went missing now the inn's up the creek because of it? Yes, I'm fully aware. I just told these officers about the entire situation. Well, there's no need to freak out anymore. For the sake of the inn, I called in the cavalry. The cavalry? What are you talking about? Come on in here, don't be shy. Gofan here will explain the entire mess to you. Sure, lay it on me. I'm Scott of the Bracer Guild. So you've got a missing couple, is that right? If you don't mind, can you fill me on the details? Hold on, a bracer? Why are you here? You're the Special Support Section, aren't you? Given the circumstances, I imagine us bumping into each other here isn't just a coincidence. Keith, explain to me why you brought a bracer here immediately. What do you mean? When you're a pickle, you gotta turn to the Bracer Guild, duh. When I heard about what happened, I sprinted all the way to Crossbell to submit a request to the guild. Can't fault you for carrying, but I really wish you'd clear it with me first. Just our luck. Man, you have the worst timing ever. Why is everyone being so hostile right now? I don't really understand what's happening, but it's obvious that something's up. Sorry, but can I get a brief explanation of what's going on here? Sure, here's the rundown. Lloyd explained that the Triple S had come to accept the same request. So that's how it is. I see now. This whole thing is a giant misunderstanding. That may be, but what should we do about the missing couple? I'm not sure what the proper protocol is for when the police and guild accept the same job. We can always turn this into a fun competition. Who will be the first to find the tourists? Something like that, maybe. Randy, that's not the issue here. What do you think we should do, Lloyd? I have an idea. Scott, if you aren't opposed to it, why don't we work together? No complaints here. I was actually thinking the same thing. Join forces with the Bracer Guild. Might as well, so we're searching for this ancient battlefield together, eh? No, we can split into groups. From what we heard, this place is practically a den of monsters, and we need to secure the safety of those two tourists ASAP. You might be familiar with the general area, but the battlefield is no small place. If we split up, we'll have a far better chance of finding them. If we can keep in contact with our enigmas, we should be able to locate them in little time at all. True. Indeed, that seems the most reasonable strategy. I'm all for that plan. Lives are at stake here, the more help the merrier. Triple S, Scott, I'm kind on you. And with the client's permission, we're good to go. Let's do our best. So they exchange enigma info. Alright, let's strike while the iron's hot. I'll head to the ancient battlefield. Whenever you're all ready, come catch up with me. I'll see you later. Okay, everyone, once we're prepared, let's make our way to the ancient battlefield, too. After all, we don't want to fall too far behind Scott. Somehow I ended up making things more complicated than they needed to be. Just wanted to impress Gofan, but maybe I rushed things. Still, I'm glad that a bracer is going to be there to help you officers out. To get to the ancient battlefield, you have to cross the metal bridge that's on Old Omorica Road. Begging you, find those two and bring them back. So I need to get something to drink. I will just be quiet as I navigate. Thought this was a bee. Aren't you the special support section? Bracers just came here to look for the missing tourists. I told you guys to be coming as well. You're assisting the Bracers, right? Please, help them find those tourists in any way you can. Proxy puppet. There's some peculiar magazines inside the chest. You decided to leave them where they are, despite Randy's protests. I don't even know why that monster is here. It's so horribly outclassed. Curia Balm. Back in my day, we had to work hard for our Curia Balms, and we definitely wouldn't have 99 of them in our second playthrough, no siree. So this is what the Ancient Battlefield's like. There's just as many runes scattered around as I heard there were. With a name like the Ancient Battlefield, I wouldn't be surprised if something spooky was lurking around here. We all know I'm a betting man, so I'm placing my chips on the ghosts of a long-defeated army or something equally crazy. Ghosts? Please no. Ellie? You heard nothing. I have to say, the weather is harsh and this place is infested with monsters. If that couple ventured further in, we won't have much time. We'd best hurry. Good call, Ellie. Let's get the search underway. So I wonder if you can take her on the ghost ride when you get to Michelin. Just keep in mind you can't do the rides until you're in Azure. Those things are immune to physical attacks, so just be mindful you need to use magic on them. Tira Balm. Inside you find a shirt that reads, I checked this chest twice and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. You decided not to take it with you. I should be a little clearer. Tio's physical attack can work because it's not actually physical, it's magical if you remember. But for Lloyd and Randy, they have to rely on Cassian, which I normally don't have them do. And I just realized I forgot something. I'm a little disappointed no one told me about this. I got that move 3, if you didn't remember. So we're going from... Okay, that's actually a sizable jump. Move 3, Intimidation, gives fire. Yeah, I kind of want to keep that. That would give her a few earth spells, but nothing major. Yep, they're good as is. Curia Balm. Should really think about getting a roof installed. Here it is. Hit 3. How did you see me? Why can't you use this? Oh, it takes up 2 spaces and that slot was only 1. That sucks. And there we get it anyway. Wow. Interesting spell pool there. Couldn't really said something about this being a battlefield. Armoric and Carp, that's nothing special. You want to try all the rods and stuff here because you don't want to come back. It's going to be bad enough if I have to do this after we gain the newest rod. Gluttonous Bass. Okay, the last one got something. Just another Armoric and Carp. So I think this is the way in. The other way is actually the exit, which is currently walled off. Lloyd and Teal leveled up off that fight. Randy and Ellie are just a little bit behind, and that's all due to them splitting up for that Geofront thing. U material. That item was for Cheslin Schoolin, so it's supposed to be a Final Fantasy VII reference there, where instead of Marlene, Cheslin, Barrett trying to haggle with Cloud, yada yada. Really obscure on that one. They're digging a little deep, in my opinion. Not gonna be doing too much fighting here because I want to mess with the mirrors. I hate those things, and sadly, those are the monsters that actually went deeper into the series. Celestial Balm. Me and Chestfolk are actually in the middle of a war. I can't give you more items because I'm rationing. Good luck with your quest, though. Well, at least he was kind enough to share some. EP charge. If a cluttered chest is a sign of a cluttered mind, then what is an empty chest a sign of? A no-good thief. What do you think they were going with that? So anyway, this is the exit. I went the wrong way. We get to pick up the item as a result, and we also get that liner there. Now we can go to the place properly. Now, don't forget we are looking for a picture while we're here. Monsters appeared. So, sadly, this is one where I will end up showing it. Just be aware this fight sucks so much, man. Just need to make sure that she goes after Ellie, and I can't quite tell. Nothing. Oh yeah, I remember that from Cold Steel. Not really a fan of that, how you just go Super Saiyan for a little bit, but then you knock yourself out. I think that even goes through, like, protection items. I think that petrifies, or it can. So sadly I didn't have the chance to impede anything off that. Meager 80 EXP, not really all that much. There was nothing there, man. What's the chest go with? Heal? My parents warned me that bad chests go to Gehenna where they can never speak. Or they just go into the sequel games, one of the two. She already has 10 points of Mirage. There's a typo here, by the way. If you look, it goes Wind 1, Water 2, even though this is a continuation of Wind. If you go further down, it goes Space 1 to Water 2, even though it's a continuation of Space. Mirage to Water. I don't know what their obsession with water is, but there you go. So yeah, you never need more than 5 Mirage to get a spell. Solar Gem? No, that's not what I was looking at. Or wait, this is the quartz list. The spell list is up here then? Yeah, here we are. So I can almost get Avalon Gate. I need 4 time and 4 space. So when I upgrade her Action Gem higher, I'm going to get close to actually being able to use that one now. Last disaster. I don't know how wide of a line that is. Shadowblade. Might be nice to try to get Crimson Ray on someone. Genesis Flood's another fun one. That one's actually global. It'll hit everything on the field. Is that who I think it is? Scott. Hey, it's you guys. You got here faster than I expected. Yeah, well, we're kind of used to running all over the city at this point. Hey, is this lady one of our tourists? After I made sure she was alive and breathing, I noticed that she had a Calvardian passport. So yeah, I think she's one of the ones we're looking for. How's she holding up? Shock of seeing all those nasty monsters knocked her out cold, but other than that, she seems to be fine. Don't worry, I took care of them. See, now scratch on her. Thank goodness you were here, Scott. Support request mentioned a couple, but I do not see the other one anywhere nearby. Could you venture deeper inside? If that's the case, we need to locate him as soon as possible. He seriously left his lady behind and ran? Can't say he's the shining example of a gentleman. It's possible he had no choice if they were being chased by monsters. I can see if I can wake this lady up before I go any further in. In the meantime, I'd like for you all to press on ahead and start searching for the other one. That shouldn't be a problem, thanks, Scott. So there is a chest over here. Proxy puppet. Perhaps one day, scholars will finally be able to answer the question, Randy or Lando? Eh? Tearbalm. As you look in the chest, a bright light goes off. Aha, I've got photographic proof. I'm taking this straight to the Crosswell News Service. You quickly close the lid and leave. What is this place? It's enormous. I believe this is a rune referenced to as the Sun Fort. Its origin and history are shrouded in mystery, but historians estimate it was constructed at least 500 years ago. Yeah, the place looks sturdy as hell. Guess they really knew how to build them in the Middle Ages. This fort must have seen its fair share of wars given everything that went on in that era. Is everything alright to you? Yes, I'm fine. It's just, I thought I felt something odd resonating from within the ruins. What do you mean by odd? Well, from the outside, it looks like your everyday centuries-old fort to me. Please do not mind me, I'm sure it must have been my imagination. More importantly, we should turn our attention to the tourist. Our search will be much more difficult if we enter these ruins. We do not have time to spare. Right, let's keep moving. This looks like it might be a good spot to take a photo for Grace's request. Or if we got more important things to worry about now, we need to hurry and find that tourist before anything happens to him. You're killing me here, Lloyd. Could have did 2 birds with 1 stone, but no, you have to do it the hard way. That's a new enemy time. Celestial Balm. Looking for more? You'll never be able to crack my secret compartment, especially since I can't even figure out how to open the thing. So yeah, the bats are okay to fight. They can drop bait. What do you have? Those guys didn't survive the team attack, so I can't tell you what they've got. Die to a team attack again. Crap. That was close. They drop earthworms. If you need them, you can get them there, but here's the final rod of the game. Use it well, comrade and rods. So as soon as you get that, you're able to get all the fish in the game. Tear Balm. Please take our chest satisfaction survey. I'd like to, but I'm afraid it's a bust. Celestial Balm. You need the More Chest Messages DLC to view this message. Don't joke, that might happen. This is made by NAS. They love those microtransaction, bite-sized DLC crap. And it's not really a great monster to fight. HP 3. Seeing the stark emptiness of the chest, you rethink your actions. You don't end up putting the item back, but it's the thought that counts, right? That's our story, and we're sticking to it. Now we're going to give it to Tio. So that should give her some more water magic. This should actually give water magic to Lloyd, too. So she has a Thalos. Not a new water offensive spell, sadly. U material. Inside the chest you find a smaller chest. Inside that chest is even a smaller chest. Inside that is an even smaller chest. Inside that chest... Clearly that chest was Russian made. So now we can actually take the shortcut out of here. Battle jacket. Not actually a chest full, I'm a mimic. I ain't the last group of people who tried to loot me, though, so I'm full right now. You can go. That's really kind and thoughtful of it. Direct upgrade for Lloyd. Someone, please help me. There he is, Lloyd. Yeah. Why is this happening to me? Help! Can't anybody help me? Goddess, please have mercy. Hold it. Well, well, talk about impeccable timing. Please explain how this timing is in any form impeccable. We're with the Crossville Police Department. We'll distract the monsters for you, so make a run for it. Okay. Whoa. What's with these monsters? They look seriously tough. Seem to be different from the usual monsters inhabiting this area. Do you think these could somehow be monsters from ancient times? Either way, we better not go easy on them. I think it's about time to give these chumps a lesson in pain. Here they come. Weak to water. Wow. Ancient reptile monster increases its strength by roaring, drops heat materials, and it's also really, really weak to like everything. You missed. That's the best I can hope for. Yeah, I'm already bored. No, it connected. Ah, I can't reposition them. That sucks. Missed. Basically, if I can't reposition them, I'm gonna make sure that they don't get a turn. Yep, that's it. Got the overkill. New materials. Did we defeat them? That was tougher than I had anticipated. I don't like what we're seeing here. What the hell were those things? You can't be serious. Yeah, I'm gonna go a few more rounds. Oh no. Can't you guys stay down for 1 second? I'm way too beat to think about going another round with these things. This is bad, really bad. We need to find a way out of this situation. Strike. Arios. Looks like I made it just in the nick of time. What? Hold on just a damn second. What are you even doing here? An awfully cool reception, considering I just saved your lives. I was checking the requests at the guild when I saw Scott headed down here. I'm aware of how dangerous the area can be, so I thought he might find something to help you useful. Thank you for saving us, Arios. We appreciate it. To be perfectly honest, we were lucky you arrived. I ain't buying it. You really expect me to believe you always show up with absolutely perfect timing like that? Don't tell me you were just sitting on the sidelines this whole time waiting to jump out the last second, weren't you? I'll leave that to your imagination. Hey, are you guys alright? Scott, looks like you finally woke up. Yep, not too long ago. Thank you so much, everyone. Especially you bracers. I don't know how I'll ever be able to repay you. Seriously, we even got to see an awesome show. You took down those insane monsters with one fell swoop. Scott, I really appreciate you looking after me while I fainted. And your skill with the rifle is just... Wait, honey... I'm just glad the two of you are safe. History is doomed to repeat itself. Don't fret too hard, Randy. At least we all work together to save the tourists, right? I consider the mission accomplished. Sum me up, Arios? It's nothing. I think we should focus on escorting these two back to our Morka village. Watch our 6th special sports section. Understood. You have my thanks for bringing them back safely, everyone. I was almost done for. Don't mention Mr. Goffin. I'm not sure what would have happened if not for Scott and Arios being there, though. Hopefully those tourists take a nice long nap before doing anything else. Side note, those bracers are some serious guys. They sure like to stay on top of things, don't they? Can't deny that bracers all seem to have impeccable timing. At least we were able to finish the sport request without too many issues. Yes, but one problem remains. During the sport request, the guild and police work side by side. Now that it's over, how should we go about reporting this? Good point. What's your call, Lloyd? This definitely wasn't a standard case for us, that's for sure. I said before, but if Scott and Arios hadn't been there, I'm not sure if we would have been successful as we were. I think this time we should give them the credit for resolving the request. That won't be necessary. Arios, Scott? Excuse me, Goffin. It seems your two guests wish to apologize to you. They have reflected on their ways and regret ignoring your warning about the ancient battlefield. Is that so? They don't really need to be so repentant for my sake, but... hopefully this was a good lesson for them. Excuse me, Scott, what do you mean by that won't be necessary? I talked it over with Arios when we came to a decision. We want the Triple S to be the ones to say they completed the request. Did I hear you right? Looking back on the case, you two clearly did the heavier lifting. It's not true. Since you were all able to go on ahead, that bought me time to look after the lady. And if you hadn't made it to the man in time, I'm not sure he would have made it. Sure, our results may sound nice on paper, but in the grand scheme of things, we think the Triple S was crucial to the request's success. Feels sort of embarrassing to be praised by your rivals, don't you think? I wouldn't say we're rivals in the slightest. In fact, it appears as if you've all matured a bit since we first crossed paths, Special Support Section. Especially you, Lloyd. What? Do you remember when we first met in the Geofront? Back then you decided to recklessly throw away your life fighting against an unbeatable foe, as if you were some kind of martyr. But this time you refrained from doing that. Despite your odds being slim, you kept searching for a way to break through the situation. One requires unwavering strength to relentlessly go against all odds. Such strength is far more powerful than sacrificing your own life. Though your ability can't be denied, it's the fact that you're able to find another way when all hope seemed lost that proves you've grown. Thank you. It seems I've talked too much. Scott, return to Crossbow City and report to the guild. Roger, Arios. Well, Special Sports Section, it was a pleasure. I hope we get a chance to work together again someday. Likewise. I'd be lying if I said I expected to hear encouragement from Arios McLean of all people. Tio, don't be rude, but you're right, it was a little peculiar. I wouldn't let it bother you. We finished the support request, didn't we? That's enough to be happy about. I certainly second that. Special Support Section, thank you once again. I'll be knocking if I need help again. You can always rely on us, sir. We'll be waiting at the door. So that's the completed quest. I think it's time for a breather. Darn, Goffin, getting me to bust my hump just because we're friends. Thank you so much for finding my guests and bringing them back safely. I couldn't be more grateful. If something like that ever happens again, we'll be counting on you. So his name is Scott. Wait, are those hearts I see in your eyes? You guys, I forgot to mention it before, but I wanted to thank you all for saving us. If you hadn't shown up, I'd be... So yeah, I'm going to cut to the picture, and there's still more stuff we have to do at the battlefield, so I'll see you there. So hopping back to where we rescued the guy at, there's a pair of chests here. I also need to fight that type of monster, but I'll do that off camera. So we get the Tira Balm. You check the chest to see if it's full of fan mail addressed with the triple S. It's sweet, but you wonder how it got there. That one doesn't matter. That one doesn't matter. That one doesn't matter. Okay, we'll whack both of those. Monsters appeared. Oh. Have to do it like that, I guess. Lots of magic there. One Tira Balm. Obtain scent. You may have met my brethren. Between you and me, they're a little unhinged. Yep, sounds like a lot of the guys we've seen so far. I'm gonna walk around a little bit with this, and I'll see you guys where I need to go take the picture. Okay, so I'm still at the battlefield, but I was trying to run into these stupid saccharine Martians. I have to drop here, so I'm good to stall this out a little bit. So I want to scan them for completion's sake, even though I'm not gonna be able to get all monsters on this playthrough. You can see it's only it only has 24 HP, so I just need to hope somebody here connects. And of course, the scanned one's the one that runs away. So you have to fight the planned enemies to make that appear. And conveniently, it was right here where we get to take our picture. It's the Sun Fort again. We were in the middle of an emergency the last time we were here, so I didn't have much of a chance to take it all in. Yeah, likewise, but that reminds me, Tio. Didn't something about it bother you? Yeah, I guess you did mention feeling some weird vibes from inside the fort. How do you feel now, Tio? I'm fine now. I may have simply gotten used to the feeling, though. That aside, should we not take some photos for the fort for Grace's guide? It's a pretty good idea. Will you do the honors, Ellie? Okay, leave it to me. That should do it. Good job, Ellie. It seems things went well. With that, shall we get going? So they don't have a line here about that being everything, but you can always double check just by pulling it up and counting the stars. So 1 at the top, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have them all now. So I think there's going to be a scene when we get back to Crossbell, and I'm just going to put the break in here. When we pick up next time, we'll actually report these quests and then kick off the final event of the day. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.